first of all, to all those Trump followers that need to go home. Number two, the president is stupid 3 times recently. Once with the Bible, over the weekend with that intimidation of the politicians in Georgia, and then this morning going over to a First Amendment event where people get to protest peacefully and turning it into civil disturbance by directing those people to the Capitol to go shake it up and just about threaten the Vice President of the United States to do what he wanted to do. The other failure on the top of that is the Capitol Police. The Capitol Police is led by a board. That board, Shep, is the Sergeant Arm in the Senate, the Sergeant Arm in the House. All 3 of them need to resign after the inauguration because they've done a lot of planning on the inauguration. They need to go. They allowed the perimeter to be broken. They did not ask for extra help from the interagency, which have thousands of police, including the FBI. And my recommendation to Senator McConnell and Mr. Pelosi is to appoint somebody to be in command of securing the Capitol, because that 3-person committee failed today. The officers were not well led. They gave up the perimeter, and when you give up the perimeter and you let the force inside the house, this was embarrassing. All they have to do is tell D.C. police, we want you to send over 400 officers. Tell the National Guard, we want 300 officers or 3,000. Or tell the Maryland State Police to send troops over. They gave the ground to the protesters today, and they trashed the house. Those 3 men need to be on retirement orders. But they've done a lot of planning for the inauguration, and now we need to put somebody over there tomorrow to secure the Capitol. And what you're seeing out there right now, Shep, is people standing on federal ground. If they're on D.C. Street, the D.C. police will arrest them. And we need to clean up the chain of command of how we command and control police in the Capitol area. We saw a big mess when they did the Bible event, and we see a big mess tonight because they're not coordinated. The D.C. area is set up to fight terrorists. There are F-16s above. There are Stinger missiles in the D.C., all designed on fighting terrorism. Well, guess what? Our biggest threat is domestic disturbance, like we saw here today, and they're not prepared for it, and they need to change, because this is a case of super stupid, and I hope that the Vice President will have a talk with the President tonight that he needs to calm down and basically focus on what he's going to do next, because he cannot be given any orders. He's still got the keys to the nuclear weapons, and he's telling citizens to go break into the Capitol. This is ridiculous, Shep.
It is pretty astounding that the President of the United States is no longer allowed to tweet, but he can set off a nuclear bomb. And now we've learned that the Capitol is completely vulnerable. A bunch of yahoos with Trump flags can go in and move over a barricade and sit up in senators' desks. Anybody who wants to do us harm, any cray-cray across this country who wants to go up there and cause chaos now knows, hell, I can do that. It feels like we need to get an army out there until they figure out what the heck is wrong with the place.
Well, my recommendation is to keep the D.C. Guard mobilized, because we cannot let this happen going into the inauguration. My recommendation to President Biden is scale down his inauguration. It shouldn't be about civil disturbance. Have the pass of the flag, go back to the White House and start taking care of business. We need to take out the ceremonies. And yes, are we giving it up? No, we're not giving it up. We've got to be higher than the people that are fighting against us. And President Trump needs to get out of town. And that is the big objective, because right now, if we allow them, they will escalate this. Some of these people just soon see a civil war. Look at that guy with his feet on Nancy Pelosi's desk. How stupid is that? And they're allowed to do this. I think in that leadership in the Capitol, there was some complicit behavior there. That there's people in there that downplayed the threat. Don't tell me the FBI did not know what these people are doing. What in the hell is that FBI spiel office doing? It's their job to collect that intelligence. I know they've got these people infiltrated. and they allowed it to happen. But look, who's gave them order? The President of the United States told them to go do civil disturbance, go shake up the house.
Incredible. General Joseph Honore, it's always my honor.
Russell,
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Russell,
What did I say? Oh my God.
Russell.
I'm sorry, sir. I've been sitting here for 6 hours without a commercial.
you done good.
Lots of love, sir.